the 2016 presidential debate. As election date looms in the near future, we have narrowed our selection of candidates down to the final two. With us today, we have candidate Count Dracula and candidate Carmilla Karnstein. Now, some rules before we begin. I will ask a question addressed to either Count Dracula, Carmilla, or the both of you. Please answer your question clearly and do not go over the time limit. Also, do not speak over each other. Let us begin. Our first question goes to the both of you. What are your greatest strengths and weaknesses?
Oh yeah, I'm asked this question all the time. It's a great question. I really appreciate it. I've written down 3 strengths and 2 weaknesses actually, because of course I have more strengths than weaknesses. My first strength being my strong grip on the economy. Next, my lust for the blood of armies that oppose me. And lastly, the thrall I have on all people, including the members of the audience. And my 2 weaknesses, they're very minute, very trivial. The first being I'm unable to see myself in the mirror of the world, of course. I don't know what I look like to the people. I probably look like a fool sometimes, I probably look awesome other times. And of course, my lack of a religious background.
And Miss Carmilla?
Yeah, I've always had a way of getting what I want. I definitely consider that a strength. I just must be that great at debating. One look at me and it's like I've cast a spell over everyone. And for weaknesses, I guess I would say I'm too overpowering. Most people fear me once they get to know the real me, you know?
This next question is for Count Dracula. What is your opinion of foreign policy?
Well, that's an awesome question. The thing I've always loved about this country is the diversity. The country is founded on opportunity for the common man to make something of himself. And when my ancestors came over here from Transylvania a long time ago, not like in the past 30 years or anything, it was just a blessing and an opportunity for them to be able to come over here and just to seek opportunity because they were common men. My ancestors were the ones that sought out opportunity out of this country, and I believe it should be the same way today. Who are we, my people, if we turn down anyone based on their ethnicity or their race or anything that's different about them? We're certainly not Americans if we let this get in the way. I say we let everyone in who wants to come. We're going to make the great American melting pot restore itself.
Excellent answer. Carmilla, what is your opinion on the same-sex marriage?
Thank you so much for asking this question because it's such an important topic to not only me but also my followers. I believe that same-sex marriage is important in order for our citizens to have full civil rights. One cannot control whose thrall they are stuck in.
Sorry.
Whether it be a man or woman, we should be allowed to have whoever we want.
Thank you, Carmilla. This is a question for the both of you. How do you plan on fixing your current economic problems?
The economy, what's wrong with it? I'm not really sure. From what I'm seeing, the economy's doing just fine. I have all I need. Everyone I know has all they need. Of course, I live in a very large castle as well as a lot of my friends. I have friends. Thank you. All I have in this country is just all I have to eat. Everyone I want to eat is here, and I just want to show people how I eat and who I eat to the people. I want to show them how to eat like I do.
Well, I personally do not know the economic struggles that some people face. I have some amazing acquaintances that let me stay with them for a while, and then I move on to other acquaintances. I've never worried about money.
Dracula, how would you address the current rising crime rates?
I think it's very sad that this incessant violence is going on. It's taking so many meals out of the food chain for good people like me and my worthy adversary over here. Very sad indeed. Why can't we just all get along,
Carmilla, you're a woman running for president. What struggles have you felt this far?
I have run into much discrimination. Men always look at me and other women like we are helpless and need to be taken care of. However, we can take care of ourselves. I took care of my friend Laura, and we're just fine. However, I'd feel much better off if they just stayed out of the picture. The world would be much nicer if it were just women.
That's quite a radical view. Here's another question for the both of you. Who are your closest friends?
Well, it's a very private question. I definitely have friends. Let me think. There's this one fellow. Wait, no, he passed away suddenly, tragically. Renfield? No, he's more of a business associate. I like to look at every person is my closest friend. Like, don't you think everyone's my close friend? Like, everyone loves me.
I see.
Laura, I would definitely consider my closest friend. You know, she was extremely ill for a long time, and when she was younger, and I never left her side. Other girls in town caught this illness, and it ended up killing them. But no one ever found out what it was. Must have just been another plague.
Interesting. What would be each of your first courses of action if elected?
I don't know, this might be a radical view to a lot of you, but I just think this country's way too safe. I mean, we're limiting the ability to move in and out because of all the safety consciousness. I mean, suppose, let me just give you a scenario. Suppose I need to get into my neighbor's house for some, I'm hungry, I'm wanting some, we'll call it sugar, we'll call it sugar. Well, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to break in? I don't want to do that. I think that I should be able to get into anyone's house at any time because, I want sugar pretty much all the time. Sugar keeps me going. It keeps me alive. And so who's to stop me from that? I mean, I think I should be able to do that at any time, that we should get all this red tape just out of the way and unlock all the doors.
I totally agree. Less security. I like having people near me. They're all so comforting and still, happy, they're happy just to see that I'm a normal person, just like them, and do not let fame go to my head. I'm normal, I swear.
Preach,
Yeah.
preach.
Yes, well, here's a nice, normal question for the both of you. Thanksgiving is coming up. What's your favorite dish?
What's with all the questions? I mean, Dracula, what do you eat? It's such a personal question. What and who what I eat is up to me and me alone, and I don't think that's any of your business, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of food. Thanksgiving dishes, to be exact. It's just not my thing.
I agree.
We have here allegations against the both of you. I presume you know what I'm talking about. What are your responses?
Alligators? What do alligators have to do with anything?
No. Allegations. Accusations.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. So maybe I'm not the most friendly person in the world. I'm probably not the most friendly person between the two of us, but who is that guy I'm thinking of? John F. Kennedy. I'm not like him. With the smiles and with the good times and the happy times. But, we all make mistakes. So sometimes I like to sink my teeth into other people's business. But, like that Nixon guy said, I am not a crook.
I've done nothing. I helped my friend Laura get better. I would never hurt her or anyone.
She died.
Who told you something? Because, I'm a normal person, and I helped her get better. I did.
Yes, well, I think that we can now take a question from the audience.
Hi, wow, I'm so excited to be here. I'm such a big fan of both of you. Okay, I have a question for both of you. What's your favorite book?
Well, I would have to say that my favorite story is that of, kind of kills me to say this, but Carmilla.
I've read so many books over the years I've walked this earth. When you have as much free time as I do, you have to find something to do with your time. I'd have to say my favorite book would be Dracula by Bram Stoker. He's a genius.
Wait a second.
I have a question for you, Carmilla. What about all those people you killed?
So the allegations are true, Carmilla.
Only if they're true about Dracula. What about the people you've killed, huh?
Dracula?
I told you to kill you.